1971 at Madison Square Garden, a sea of celebrities surrounded the ring. Frank Lucas wasn't one of them. But all eyes turned when he strolled in wearing a $50,000 chinchilla coat and matching $10,000 hat. No one knew his name, but the DEA took one look and said, "Who the hell is that?" Turns out, he wasn't just some flashy hustler. He was the man flooding Harlem with a brand of heroin so pure, addicts beg for it by name. He didn't work for the Mafia. He outsmarted them. He didn't bribe cops. He owned them. This is the real story of Frank Lucas, not the Hollywood version, not the myth. The man who rose from backwoods poverty to become America's most dangerous drug lord. Welcome to part 2 of Harlem Hustlers, only on LearnSome. Smash that subscribe, because what's next ain't Hollywood fiction. It's another true story of American outlaws. Frank Lucas was born in 1930 in LaGrange, North Carolina, and grew up a poor black boy during Jim Crow. When he was just 6, he witnessed several men lynch his 13-year-old cousin. That image stayed with him. By 16, after robbing and burning down a company that fired him, he fled to Harlem. He arrived with nothing but rage, hustle, and survival instincts. There, he started small, robbing pool halls, shaking down gamblers. But Harlem in the 50s was ruled by one man, Bumpy Johnson. And Lucas, he claimed to be his right hand. Others say he was just a flunky. Either way, when Bumpy died in 1968, Lucas didn't mourn. He moved in. Lucas had one mission: cut out the Mafia middlemen. He flew to Thailand, met a cousin's husband stationed there, and made a direct deal with heroin producers in the Golden Triangle. The product? 98% pure heroin. Lucas branded it Blue Magic and sold it cheaper and cleaner than anyone else. Harlem exploded in addiction. Frank didn't trust New Yorkers, so he imported his cousins and brothers from North Carolina to run things. The country boys were loyal, brutal, and efficient. His operation ran like a Fortune 500 company. Women packaged heroin in their underwear to prevent theft. Profits hit $1 million a day. He owned property in multiple states, stashed $52 million in offshore accounts, and ran a 2,500-acre ranch. He rubbed elbows with Muhammad Ali, James Brown, even foreign diplomats. Yet, he rarely drew attention until that fur coat at the Ali Frazier fight. Frank wasn't just taking over Bumpy Johnson's old kingdom. He was building a new empire, more ruthless and more profitable. That coat changed everything. Law enforcement saw luxury without explanation. One man took special interest, prosecutor Richie Roberts. Honest, clean, and obsessed. Then came the raid. Agents swarmed Lucas's mansion in 1975. His wife tossed $500,000 in cash out the window, but it didn't help. They didn't just find cash, they found offshore bank keys and an invite to the UN ball. Lucas tried to vanish, but a crack crew member flipped. The feds arrested over 40 of his family members. Desperate and cornered, Frank allegedly ordered a hit on Richie Roberts, the agent closing in on him. But the hit failed. Soon after, facing 70 years, Lucas did the unthinkable. He snitched. Lucas turned on the Mafia, on dirty NYPD narcs, even on his Thailand connection. His intel sparked over 100 convictions. In return for his cooperation, he served only 5 years. But it didn't end there. The streets called him back. In 1984, he got caught trying to swap heroin and cash for cocaine. This time, the judge threw the book at him. And yet, Richie Roberts, the man Lucas once tried to have killed, defended him. Lucas got out again in the 90s, but his empire was gone. Harlem had changed. He was a king without a kingdom. Frank Lucas died in 2019, wheelchair-bound, forgotten by most. The movie American Gangster made him famous again, but it wasn't the truth. He never smuggled heroin in coffins. He wasn't Bumpy Johnson's right hand, and he didn't take down 3/4 of the DEA. He did, however, make millions with blue magic, and then helped expose the dirtiest cops in NYPD history. He didn't just follow in Bumpy's footsteps, he broke the blueprint, and in his wake came others. Be sure to subscribe for part 3 of our Harlem Hustlers trilogy, Nicky Barnes. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned some.